going to show you how to make this rosy cake with buttercream and strawberry filling. It's not that hard, but if it's your first time, I recommend asking for some help. So go ahead and ask your friends or your mom to help you with this project. Let's get started! In this video, I'm just mixing 300 grams of all-purpose flour with 1 sachet of baking powder, 4 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 20 grams of water. Mix it until it's smooth and pour it into your baking pan that you've sprayed with baking spray so that the cake doesn't stick to the pan. Insert the baking pan in the preheated oven in 180 degrees and wait 20 minutes until the batter has fully risen. Once it's done, take out the baking pan out of the oven, put it on a cool surface and let it cool down. You won't be able to do anything with it when it's hot. For the buttercream filling, add 250 grams of butter, 100 milliliters of water, and 100 grams of sugar to the buttercream mix. Mix it until all elements are evenly distributed in the mixture. You know when it's done when nothing spills out when you hold the bowl upside down. Cut the cake half horizontally to make place for the buttercream and strawberry filling. Spread the strawberry jam evenly over the surface. You can also use a spatula, but I prefer using a butter knife. This gives me more control. Take your palette knife and drop a mountain of buttercream onto the cake. Again, I'm using a butter knife because I think it's easier to spread out. Put the upper half of the cake back onto the bottom half and cover everything up with buttercream. This will glue the fondant onto the outer parts of the cake. Next, sprinkle confectioner's sugar over the table. This will prevent the fondant from clinging onto it. Knead the fondant until it's soft enough to roll out. Breaking it into smaller pieces will make this process easier. Once you feel it's soft enough, roll it out with the use of a rolling pin. I use the baking pan as a guide to see if the fondant is big enough to cover the entire cake. Carefully place the rolled out fondant over the cake and soften it out with a fondant softener. This will remove traces of fingerprints or indications of uneven pressure applied to certain parts. For the frosting, I used a can of Crisco vegetable shortening, 8 tablespoons of water, 20 drops of red food coloring, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You can also use butter, but since we already used butter for the filling, I didn't want to go overboard with it. Also, it's a much healthier substitute for butter. After mixing all of that together, carefully transfer the frosting to a piping bag. Try not to get that stuff on your hands as it can be pretty greasy. Seal the piping bag tight and squeeze the contents out onto the cake. Start by making small circles in a spiral form and work it outwards. I used a star-shaped point for this one as it will create nice swirl effects that kind of mimic the petals of a rose. Don't worry if you missed some spots. As you can see, I just patched it up afterwards. As you can see, I usually start from the sides because it's easier to work it up upwards. You can of course start from the top if you want to. Voila! Your cake is done! I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and of course making your cake. Tune in every Wednesdays for more baking tutorials at youtube.com/hooray4pie. See you soon!